Hey guys, welcome back to my heroes. So first of all, I want to say thank you for the mass of positive comments you guys left behind regarding what I said about Endeavour. We're not going to really talk about it in this episode, although I do hear it does, what's the word? It does get more explained moving forward. So I'm happy about that we get to see it. However, we're not going to talk about it. We're not even going to speak about it for this episode, unless of course it comes up. But I'm kind of hoping it won't, because I want to have a fun episode. Okay, so last episode, this is episode 8. Welcome to episode 8. I'm very excited for this. Last episode, we saw Izuku take on Shinzo in what would be one of the best fights, if slightly, you know, not anticlimactic, but is not dull either, because it was fun to watch. It was amazing, but it wasn't exactly the roaring start we'd hoped for, or at least the audience had hoped for. I was very happy with it. One day my throat will be better. It's been what, 7 weeks? Ha take these off for a minute. Oh. Okay, so it started off with Izuku under mind control, which is never where you want to be honest. And we sort of saw the way Ojiro had got out of it, or Ojiro, sorry, Ojiro, that's it, Ojiro, the way Ojiro had got out of it. You have to say it like sort of like it's like pronunciations and shit. It's kind of cool. The way he had got out of it was by sort of getting bumped into. So he was kind of key to how All For One saved Izuku in the fight, but we'll come to that in a little bit. And we saw in the previous fight where he had been carrying Shinzo on his back that sorry, my voice is going, I think. He bumped into that girl with green hair, you know, the one who I imagine is kind of like a poison ivy kind of thing. And she, wow, my voice really is going. Sorry, guys. Ha! I think I'm losing my voice, which would be amazing. Yay! However, moving on from, you don't care. She sort of bumped into him, and that basically broke the mind control, which I thought was very interesting, because you sort of see a very kind of weakness to that power. If someone just bumps into you, that's it, you're out, and you're like, whoa, okay, I'm out. Does it depend on the simpler action, the more control he has, or what? How does that work? Or is it because there were 3 people that it took such a little to wake him up? What was that all about? I don't understand. So yeah, Ojiro was key to the fight, and All For One was like one for all. But basically the power came to and we had this really cool, I think it's the thumbnail for last episode, which is like Izuku getting like all this light around him like the fucking rainbow, and it was amazing. And we saw basically that this power, this great power, One For All, had been like, not today. It is Shinzo, right? Yeah, not today, Shinzo, not today. And he just broke his fingers. This is gonna get annoying. Broke his fingers, but was okay, which I'm really happy about. So he was okay. He snapped out of the mind control, and I was like, okay, yeah, Izuku's gonna come in with like a left hook, a right hook, just like bang, 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 you know? And what did we get? Boom, boom. He's like gets in the face, and Izuku's just pushing the shit. Dude flips him, he almost gets him out of the line, but he then flips Shinzo, and he's like, boom. And then we went back to a little bit of backstory. Even Kachan was shocked by the use of not only him learning from his past mistakes, but also using what earned him a victory last time to gain him an advantage. I thought it was really clever. So did everyone else, apparently. Although I got it first, obviously. And I really like how, as he was charging as well, Shinzo was trying to get a rise. Usually mine was like punching him in the face and shit, but Izuku was just so much stronger than him in the end. And unless Shinzo had been extremely skilled in hand-to-hand combat, which really can make up for his strength, you know, because being strong doesn't mean you're winning a fight, just because you're stronger than someone, but if you're not as athletic or as skilled in combat, you can't keep up with someone who's really strong, you know? And Izuku was strong enough, we saw it, he's ripped as well. Izuku just shoved him out, it's like, bad bitch! And threw him out, and basically was like halfway over the line, and he was, and that lady with the whip, Midnight lady, who was kind of sexy and kind of scary all at once, she was like, yo, wow, bitch! But it was still a tough fight. and Shinzo is still a tough guy, and I love that. I really do love that. Speaking of which, I loved the little backstory that we got of Shinzo. What is Shizno? Shizno is something, but it's not his name. Shinzo. I love the little backstory we got, where he was like, everyone thinks I'm a villain, but I'm not. I'm a good guy. And I was like, yeah, he's a good guy, people. Come on. Come on. But everyone was like, nah, you'll be a villain. And he'd be like, no, I'd be a hero. He's going to prove him all. He's going to be a hero, and I'm so excited for that. I hope he gets moved into Class 1A, okay? I really do. Because he has a really powerful power. And I loved how, as Todoroki sort of met his father in the hallway, or his father was waiting for him, or, you know, the dude's a dickhead, that he was like, I'm going to be better than you ever were. I was like, with just his mum's side, I was like, and he was like, bah, and just walked away. I was like, you know. I may be like kind of hyper tonight. I don't quite know. I don't quite know what's wrong with me, so I do have to apologise for that. But he was very much like kind of like I'm done here. I don't want to fucking deal with you right now, and I can't blame him. The dude's an asshole, and we all hate him, right? We all hate him. And then Tape Guy, he was like, I don't think I can win, but whoa, tape elbow attack. And the tape elbow came out, and Todoroki for a moment looked like, oh, he might be in some real debt. No, he would no. What Todoroki did is like, if you play, you know, Dungeons and Dragons, and you roll a d20, and you roll a natural 20, and your attack modifier is plus 10, so you hit with a 30. And your damage modifiers are, I don't know, or your damage dice are 8d6. Doubled, because you rolled a natural 20. On a bandit who has 11 hit points. That's like 64 points of damage to a bandit who has 11 hit points. It was a lot of damage. It was overkill. That was my analogy. Watch my Dungeons and Dragons game. It's on Geek House every Thursday. Self-plugging. There you go. You can watch the first 3 episodes now. It's called Advantage Chicks. Go watch it. Geek House now. Do it. Don't leave this, but after. Sorry. I just love Dungeons and Dragons. I love it so much. But I am also single, so that is the choice I made. Fuck. Fuck it. But I loved how Izuku noted in that moment when he sort of had Tape Guy pinned and he was like healing him, and he was, well, he wasn't healing him, but he was like warming him up. He was like, for one moment I saw that he was very sad. I'm like, well, just fucking break my heart, why don't you? So, to see if my heart can recover from the emotional journey we went on last time, this is My Hero Academia. This is episode... I just wrote it down. Why am I such an idiot? Because God wanted you that way. Episode... I wrote 7 again. It's episode 8. Look, I wrote 7 again. I'm such a donkey. This is episode 8. This episode is called What Happened to Tape Guy? The Story. It didn't work. Kaminari. Come on, Kaminari. Let's do this. It's on your first name. Because you know I just can't.
Please pardon the interruption.
Uh-oh. He's like Pikachu, but worse.
Indiscriminate shock. 1.3 million balls!
Oh! Bye!
1A supposed to be so much better than us.
Sorry about him. I hate that guy.
Yeah, we all do.
Totally. Watch that? Wouldn't she make...
Here's what I've got on your zero gravity.
You know, Deku,
That was a really cool transition.
you've got so much drive and focus in you. And the sports festival's reminding me of that.
Represent! Oh, come on, Tenya.
So it's hero class versus support.
I have no idea what this fight will look like.
Insane. Uh-oh. It's a trap.
It's impossible for an opponent to sneak up on me.
Oh, she's schooling him. Uh-oh. Take it off.
Look at how adeptly Ida just changed his...
Okay, and we're back. Please let it be against someone who's the main character so he won't win. Oh!
Team for combat training. So I know all about your course, Aoyama.
I can say the same thing about you.
Sure, but there's a big fishing move.
Ooh! Goodbye. Oh, this is the best moment of my life.
Aoyama has beaten. The winner of this match is Ashino.
Ooh, come on, Mama.
I can't focus on my quirk.
That's the point. Come on, Momo. Don't you... You are Momo, motherfucking Momo.
Why has he stopped? This is my chance.
Yikes! Another fast, overwhelming victory! Is it possible that Tokoyami's Dark Shadow is the greatest quirk ever? I think so!
I'm sorry.
I'm lost.
Momo!
I didn't even do anything.
Tokoyami is way too powerful! I can't believe he forced her out of bounds by focusing his attacks on her shield.
That means we're all rivals.
Yeah.
Even you and me, Deku. So, guess I'll see you in the finals.
Yeah, girl. Let's do this. I am. Oh, is it actually going to play? Is it? Are we going to credits? I think we're going to credits. Yeah. Fuck. I wanted. The lady who can produce vines from her hair, which I thought was an interesting matchup. Although I didn't technically see Kuronami winning this fight, and he didn't. He was, what's the word? One-shotted. He threw out his attack thinking, yes, this fight's going to be over, we will date afterwards. And she was like, honey, I'm just not that into you. Eat my vines. And then he did. And he was halfway up into the sky by then. He was like, ah! That's the problem, I think, with his power. It's like all or nothing. And he needs to learn control, to be honest. So I'm intrigued to see where it goes from here, with Kuronami and how he learns to control maybe both his impulses on and off the battlefield, and where that really takes us. It's okay, I forgot to actually record the episode, which really pleased me, so it's recording now. So I can edit it and make a video. Yay! So Vango won, and they were like, he's a good psychic for you, Groot. I still don't know that guy's name. No idea. But Izuku was watching it all, taking notes. And may I just say, we haven't heard Kachan speak in like 4 episodes. Like, is he okay? Did someone steal Kachan's voice? Is he okay? But yeah, it's interesting to see Izuku like making like really descriptive notes about these people, because he's learning all their tactics. In case he's only writing down the winners, though he's learning all their tactics of in case you know, it does come to a big fight against them, and I think that's very clever. So then we came to Tenya vs May, and Tenya, you know, being Tenya, trusted May to, you know, honour what they had spoken about and be like, right, okay, this will be fine. I'll wear her gear, and it'll help make the fight more even. No. I mean, it did increase his speed, but she also gave him equipment that was both, he didn't understand how it really worked, and was detrimental to his fight, to be honest, and it really threw him out. And I think what was really cool there is like she's just like the greatest salesperson ever. She's just like pitching all these ideas and just being like, look at this design, and look at this design, and look at this design. And then she just like, okay, fuck it, I've had enough. She just steps out, she's like, bah. And, although whether she meant to step out on purpose or not, I don't know. But either way, I don't think she was that bothered. And Tenya was just so like, you tricked me, and she was like, yeah, no shit, bye, bye. But I did like that we found out about her quirk, which is like zoom. She can zoom so far up. And she's obviously quite a good lip reader, I imagine, as well. And that's a pretty cool quirk. And I was wondering about her eyes as well, because they're like little lenses, aren't they? So that works out pretty well, I guess. We then saw, who was it next? It was Mimi and Laser Bean Dick. Yeah. We saw those two go against each other, and Mina just wrecked him. It was a rather beautiful display of dexterity versus raw power, and sometimes, and I think that's another nice showing that, you know, whereas Shinzo had a very incredible power, it wasn't a strong one, and when it was broke, well, it was a strong one, but when it was broken, it became useless because the person knew how to beat them. When Laser Beam Dick was firing all the beams and she was dodging out of the way because she knew his weakness, she not only used her skill and agility, and it shows that you don't need to have just like a really strong beam. You can work a fight in so many ways, and she had the skill to keep up with his strength, and she outmatched him, and that was pretty fucking cool. You will generally find, it's like in most fights actually, if you have skill over strength, you'll probably win. Because if you have more skill than that person has strength, you know, they can throw a really hard punch, but you can duck under it, twist it, and deflect it, and then punch, and then break their elbow. It's all about the movement of the body and the flow of the body in a fight. No matter if you're fighting a person who's punching you, or a person who's swinging a giant hammer, or a person who's shooting lasers out of their fucking nose. You know, it doesn't matter. And then the most awkward and sad of fights, Momo v Tokoyami, and he wrecked her. Like, legitimately, she went for the defense. I would do the shield. That was totally my mindset as well. Do the shield, then get a weapon, then kick his ass. Get up there, fight off stupid bird thing, pack it in his face, and then just whack him, because he is not a physical fighter by any means. Or so we know. But he was just like relentlessly hitting a shield, and she was deflecting fine. But it was all a ploy to push her back over the line, and she was like, why isn't he fighting back? And he was like, you're out. And she said, oh shit. Always run forward. Always run forward. Also, didn't even give him a countdown on that fight. I was like, give him a countdown, people. And then we had Tetsu with Kirishima, which was just a slugfest till the end. But that was mainly just a comedy fight, while we actually had the serious talk about Ochako basically being like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna come for you, and thank you for your help, but game on, motherfuckers. You know? And she was like, I'll see you on the battlefield. But she's going against Kushan, and I do not think she's gonna win. I don't. And it hurts me to say that because I love her so much. You guys know how much I love Ochako. I truly do love her so much, but I don't think she can win this. I really don't think she can win this. And it's going to be really interesting to see where we go from here. So, thank you for watching. I love you all. I have been Torchwood Boy. You have been amazing. And this has been My Hero Academia. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I have.